Hello everyone, this is Pal Ponder on Weather coming at you with another video. In this update, we're going to be talking about an April snowstorm. So before I do get started, if you do like weather-related content, please subscribe to my channel and definitely share with your friends on social media. All right, so let's delve into the details. So let's start off with the Northeast, where we're watching a clipper system on Thursday evening. We have a developing low pressure system, a 983 low pressure system that's going to be diving south and dumping some heavy snow over Maine. It's already kind of breaking out this evening, and it's only going to intensify overnight as this low deepens down to a 969 millibar. As these isobars tighten up, the winds will tighten up and really expand, and this will deepen, and some of these darker blues will spit out 1-2 inch snowfall amounts. I know. I was watching some video earlier in Minot, Maine, where it was dumping some heavy snow there. So it's already starting to come down in a big way, and there's going to be some pretty impressive amounts for April. We're talking places like Bangor, about 8 to 10 inches. Places like Caribou, another 8 to 10 inches. So a good chunk of Maine is easily widespread event, and a lot of places could see a foot or more with this little clipper system that's going to move through essentially from now through midday on Friday. So this is mainly going to be a Maine event, but there is going to be some snow showers in places like Vermont and New Hampshire and upstate New York, where you can get some leftover snow on the backside. But like I said, the main event with this system is going to be in Maine. So this is actually a two-prong approach where we're going to be talking about, and if you watch my major Arctic blast video from the Northwest, this is by Sunday morning. This cold front is going to be swinging down all the way down to the deep south, and out ahead of it, some pretty impressive low temperatures. We're talking widespread teens and 20s for Montana, Wyoming, part of the Dakotas, even dipping down into Colorado and Nebraska, into Minnesota. And on the south side of that, there's going to be a developing low pressure system over the Rockies, a 995 millibar. It's going to be spitting out some snow, developing in the Rockies. Places like Denver could pick up a couple inches from this system, more in the mountains, but a little bit heavier amounts as it starts lifting northeast and Nebraska and South Dakota by Sunday morning. And as this really starts to deepen, as it moves up northeast, it's going to be kind of tighten it up. And now these heavier snowfall amounts are going to be over Nebraska, getting into Iowa and southern Minnesota. But on the south side is going to be a pretty historic severe weather outbreak this weekend. So that's going to be a whole nother video I'm going to be touching on as well. But the north side is the cold side, where that low pressure system tracks. On the north side is going to be where all that snow is going to fall. And as this system lifts northeast, it'll tend to slow down a little bit, increasing the snow amounts as it lifts further northeast. And places like upstate Wisconsin is going to be getting into those 1 to 2 inch snowfall rates per hour as these deepening blues really intensify over into Sunday evening. Could pick up easily 8 to 10 inches in this area as this lifts up northeast. And like I said, on the south side of that is pretty impressive. As this shift eastward, it's going to be pretty much a 2-day event of a widespread historic severe weather outbreak. But on the north side of it, we've got that low pressure starting to deepen again down to a 991 and lifting northward on the backside. You've got some of those heavier snow amounts in Iowa now as it lifts upward into Minnesota and Wisconsin, eventually getting into Canada. And this will really start to intensify once it starts getting into Canada and really start to deepen. Now it's down to a 984 and dumping some impressive snow amounts in Wisconsin. So you're going to be picking up some pretty healthy snow amounts like Maine did as well, coming up on Sunday night into Monday morning. But like I said, this and pretty impressive Arctic blast with this system. These are low temperatures coming up on Monday. So we've got widespread teens and 20s, if not single digits, and some of these places could get below zero. So this is pretty historic for, almost the middle of April. And even down freezing temperatures down in Texas, where you've probably planted a lot of your plants and flowers and gardens. So you're going to be covering up those as well. So, 37 degrees in Dallas-Fort Worth area, that's pretty impressive for April 13th. But that cold front will sweep down all the way to Arkansas, getting into Tennessee and Illinois. So pretty good chunk of the country below freezing, probably 50 to 60% for the middle of April. So that's definitely pretty impressive. But like I said, as this system swings northeast, it's going to be over Canada, dumping some of those heavier snow amounts down to a 972. So earlier in Maine, you dealt with a 969, and this is a 972. So these are two pretty strong systems for this time of year, and it'll just have some leftover snow showers on the backside as this lifts northeast. But by Tuesday, that cold air will drop even further southward, and now we're getting into parts of the Ohio Valley, getting into those freezing temperatures in Illinois and Indiana and Ohio. And that'll dip all the way down into Texas and to Oklahoma and Kansas. Even New Mexico and Arizona is going to get in the action. So this will pretty bit a widespread cold Arctic outbreak. Nevada, Utah. So all you guys are going to be experiencing and feeling this, getting all the way down to the deep south too. Even 40s all the way down into Houston. So this is pretty impressive for this time of year. Louisiana, Alabama, Michigan, Georgia, into the Carolinas of 40s. So you guys been dealing with a lot of the heat recently, and that cold snap, the pattern change, and then that flip back. I know in Dallas, gosh, it hit 97 yesterday, but 4 days prior, the high was 48. So that's a 50-degree swing. So it's been a lot of ups and downs for April already. And so, but the snow is going to be in the impressive part. Here's some of the snowfall totals it's going to leave behind from this system. Like I said, earlier on, going on now through the middle of midday on Friday, most of Maine is going to be locked into that snowstorm, dumping those 8 to 12 inch snow amounts over Maine. But the secondary cold front will come through on Sunday night into Monday, dumping those heavier snow amounts along that low pressure system as it lifts northeast. So we're talking 2 to 3 inches in Denver, some of the higher amounts and the upper elevations. But then, 4 to 6 inches in Nebraska, getting into South Dakota, parts of Iowa, some heavier snow amounts. But that right in the middle here, we'll have that 4 to 8 inch band. And then really the northern part of Wisconsin will really get in the action. Some amounts could get a foot of snow. So the most, like I said, Maine and Wisconsin is going to pick up the most snow from this event. And this will eventually get into Canada. We've got some leftover snow showers into Illinois and Indiana and in the Ohio Valley. So I'm not really expecting too much on the south side. This could be just a dusting for you guys in the Ohio Valley, get into Pennsylvania and some of those heavier amounts as you lift to the northeast. But yeah, overall, this is a pretty impressive snowfall outbreak that's going to happen for the middle of April. So I appreciate you guys watching, and definitely be sure to like this video. And if you found value in this video, please subscribe to my channel and definitely share with your friends on social media, and catch me in the next video where I protect you before and after the storm.